Good morning and welcome to Weaved Web Recovery. I'm Ryan W. This is my pal Bobby W. Today is May 4th. We're going to start with just for today. Each group has but one primary purpose: to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. Tradition 5. Our home group means a lot to us. After all, where would we be without our favorite NA meeting? Our group sometimes sponsors picnics or other activities. Often home group members get together to see a movie or go bowling. We have all made good friendships through our home group, and we wouldn't trade that warmth for the world. But sometimes we must take inventory of what our group is doing to fulfill its primary purpose: to carry the message to the still suffering addict. Sometimes when we go to our meetings, we know almost everyone and get caught up in the laughter and fun. But what about the newcomer? Have we remembered to reach out to the new people who may be sitting by themselves, lonely and frightened? Do we remember to welcome those visiting our group? The love found in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous helps us recover from addiction. But once we have gotten clean, we must remember to give to others what was so freely given to us. We need to reach out to the addict who still suffers. After all, the newcomer is the most important person at any meeting. Just for today, I'm grateful for the warm fellowship I've found in my home group. I will reach out my hand to the still suffering addict, offering that same fellowship to others. Now I'll read 24 hours a day. When I was drinking, I always tried to build myself up. I used to tell tall stories about myself. I told them so often that I half believe some of them now, even though I know they aren't true. I used to hang around the lowbrow bar rooms so I could feel superior to the other customers. The reason I always tried to build myself up was that I knew deep down in my heart that I really didn't amount to anything. It was a kind of defense against my feeling of inferiority. Do I still build myself up? Meditation for the day. God thought about the universe and brought it into being. His thought brought me into being. I must think God's thought after him. I must often keep my mind occupied with thoughts about God and meditate on the way he wants me to live. I must train my mind constantly in quiet times of communion with God. It is the work of a lifetime to develop to full stature spiritually. This is what I am on earth for. It gives meaning to my life. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may think God's thoughts after him. I pray that I may live as he wants me to live. 24 hours. Entirely honest. We must be entirely honest with somebody if we expect to live long or happily in this world. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 73 to 74. Honesty, like all virtues, is to be shared. It began after I shared my whole life story with someone in order to find my place in the fellowship. Later, I shared my life in order to help the newcomer find his place with us. This sharing helps me to learn honesty in all my dealings and to know that God's plan for me comes true through honest openness and willingness. Yeah, out of that reading, one question stuck out at me. Do I still build myself up? Do I still build myself up? And the answer to that is no, I really do not. The alcoholism that I went through really humbled me and somehow gave me the humility I needed to move forward. Things that used to bother me don't bother me anymore. I don't let it. I realize I'm just one person in this world, and that my job is to help the newcomer.
Yeah.
Because now I'm approaching 7 months sober, and everything that was given to me when I first came in was necessary to feel welcome, to feel a part of something. And now I feel that turn where I need to start giving that back.
Yeah.
Giving that back
Yeah.
and welcoming, knowing that it was important to me, because my default is that I don't want to bother people. So I'm shy in that regard, where I don't want to go up to someone and intrude on them. But it's the very thing that they need. They need to get a hug and come into the fold. They need to be brought into the fold to put them on the righteous path to recovery. So that's about it today. That question just stuck out at me. And over to you, my friend.
Listen, it says the primary purpose, right? and I want to say the reason, right? Listen, when I was thinking about when we first get into recovery, right, we always the newcomer, right? So if I can remember that, I can stay a newcomer, and that will teach me how to treat other newcomers. And I hear how you said that when you came, you felt welcome and stuff like that. And so, you know, it's a welcoming feeling. Like I went to college yesterday, and this is something I never done before. I was taking pictures, you know, for the brochure for the campus and stuff like that. And so we walked around campus, and I'm like, wow. But these kids, I say kids, were doing it with, you know. And so I was like, I had the need to feel welcome. And I was welcome in that position, right? Though I may know how to do these things, I'm saying if I never presented myself with this, then I don't, right? I don't have that experience, so to speak. So I'm looking at how you just were saying, you know, you needed that, right? Sometimes we need a hug, and sometimes, listen, a hug come with words, or sometimes hugs are words. We might not even touch a physical person, but when we say, how you doing? When we speak to people, it makes them feel welcome. I remember we was at the Hope House, and every time somebody came downstairs, I was always waiting, how you doing? When a newcomer came in, hey, what's up, buddy, how you doing? You know, and it was genuine, right? Because I know how I felt. I can remember, right? And you say, stay humble. Be humble. And look, all these things are combined, right? When we talk about the just for the day, we talk about the 24 hours a day, and the daily reflections, all of them come into one, right? And it's the Weave Way of Recovery. We weaving these together, right? And I'm listening to what you say and how all this is turning out. It's life. Daily.
Yeah.
I remember, so I'm always a newcomer.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up, I'm recovering from yesterday's work, whatever, right? And now I got to start my day over again. It's a routine, right? And so I got to remember to be routine in life, but in a righteous way, right? I want to wake up, brush my teeth, these things, but I also want to be a good person on a regular basis, right? I want to be humble on a regular basis. I want to clothe myself in humility. I heard you say that word, on a regular basis. I want to do these things because that's what's in me, and I need to know, right, that I'm giving it back. You just said that. Now it turned inward where you want to give it outward.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to present to them what was presented to you.
Yes.
It got you where you are today. And if we remember that, I can stay a newcomer. I can always give from in. I can always show the example. I can exemplify what's in me, right? From what I'm practicing, from what I'm reading, from what I'm learning each day. They tell us in recovery all the time, do this, do this, do this. Practice these things on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Would that be correct? And so
That's
you
right.
talk about the question, am I today, right? And I still want to think about that, right? Yeah, I'm not building myself up in the wrong, right? But I do want to take about, break it down, right? I'm building myself up the way I was supposed to be built. The way it was taught to me, not to go out and do wrong, but to go do right. And I remember when you were saying the energy that you was bringing to you because of the wrong that you was doing. You was building yourself up in the wrong way. Let's build ourselves up in the right way. Let's take our mind and humble ourselves and say, like, I couldn't do it by myself. I need some help. So I'm humble in that fashion. Now I am being built up the right way. I taught in my mind the thoughts that I think. The things that I do. And I miss doing this for the couple of days that we be gone. You know, it's like, oh, come on, God. But I got to be humble and say, God, he said, when you ready. When you ready. Right? And he show us when we ready. And we can accept that. Be humble enough and clothe ourselves in these things, and we can walk that way. And the grind is that much easier because we can accept and embrace.
That's right.
I really want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Today.
Thank you, Bob.
For showing me what God showed you, what you doing for the routines that you live in your life. And I could call you and say, Ron, say, I'm at work. Listen, things happen negative in life. If we cross it up, it can turn into a positive because we don't know. But if we routine in our ways of living, we'll conquer that. I just want to say that, Ron. It's the reason, the primary reason I can stay a newcomer. Always. Thanks for letting me share.
All right. If you want to share our channel with your friends, just have them Google Weave Web Recovery on YouTube. If you liked what you heard today, please hit the like button. And if you want a reminder of when new videos come up, hit the little bell on top of your screen there, and it should pop up on your phone. Thanks again for joining us. Sorry we've been gone for so long. We'll try to keep it a little more routine for you. And we really do appreciate you watching us. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day.